Alright, so we got our center support bearing off the drive shaft we didn't get it done without tearing the paint up, but we got it off. So now we're going to put the new bearing on here and go from there. Alright, here's our center bearing. And we're going to go ahead and put this on. Alright, we got it on there. So I just got to put this drive shaft back together and then we can put it in the truck. Alright, so we got it all back together finally. It was fun, and it wasn't without damage to our pretty paint job, but it is what it is, and we got it done. So now we're going to stick the drive shaft back in and get it all back tightened up. Alright, so we got the new center support in and got it in. Got a little mud on it because it's muddy out here. Been raining all day, but we got that one chore done today. Let's see what else we can get done. Alright, we got the headers on. Put high temp anti-seize on the bolts because they're stainless. And at least two of them's going to have to come back out and have studs put in. One for the dipstick retainer and the other part of the alternator mount set up. So, but we'll get to those when we get to them. It's rained all day today. Like you saw earlier in the video, I did get the center bearing in the drive shaft and got the drive shaft put in, so that's done. Probably gonna drop the distributor down in here, and we got our aluminum transmission pan in, but it's too wet to get up under there and put it in. We got the torque converter bolts, same thing, it's too wet to get down there and put them in. But we can put a distributor cap, distributor in, and then we'll be that much further ahead. Just plugging along at it, but the weather has not been cooperating today. I mean, if you see all these mud holes and the stomping mud that I've made walking around this thing. So it's been a mess. I'm supposed to, I think, rain for the next couple of days. So might go ahead and put the fuel pump on. We can do that. Gonna bend the fuel line up. I wasn't going to, but then I thought about it. I was like, you got the old line to go by, so we'll just bend it up and then we can finish strapping the brake line down and the fuel line down, and all the lines will be ran on the frame. Like I said, we got the transmission linkage still to paint and put on here. The power steering pump and alternator bracket still needs to be painted, but that can't happen when the weather's bad like it's been being. So probably source the nipples for the heater bypass and the heater hoses, and still got to seal these plugs here, put the thermostat housing on, and that'll get the pretty much get the water portion of the engine done. And just little stuff, but we'll get it. So I got the transmission cooling lines on. Get the starter on and we'll tie them up against the oil pan somewhere. And that way they aren't don't have a chance of touching the head or rubbing on anything. So we'll get that hooked up, and that'll be good on that. So we're just trying to piddle on some little stuff that we can do and not get wet. All right, so we got the distributor installed. We got to find us a hold down clamp, bolt that down. We've got our water jackets Tefloned and tightened. We got we have a fitting for this, for a modulator and a brake booster. You got to get it off the factory intake. We got the oil temp sensor to go in here. We're gonna have to clearance that gasket so it'll fit in there. But we'll have to cut that up. But that's what we got. So still working on it. Keep on plugging away. Alright, so we got the fuel pump on. So little things. But so yeah, we're, like I said, just plugging along, trying to get things done. But I don't have a whiteboard, but I got a little list I've been checking stuff off, so that's always good when you can check things off a list. So we're working on it. She getting there. My torque converter for the El Camino ought to be in tomorrow afternoon. So tomorrow night, I'll probably go and put the transmission back in the El Camino. I might, if it's raining tomorrow, I'll pull the posi unit and gears out the 67 Camaro to put into the El Camino rear end. And we'll be ready to swap that thing in. So just trying to get as much done around the weather as we can, kind of straightened up in the shop a little bit. I got to do some rearranging around here, and once I do, then I can get in the shop to work. It kind of exploded on me, and so like I said, I need to get in there and move some stuff around and rearrange. And I think we're getting ready to finish up a few projects. and this one's not too far. We'll get the El Camino done. Got a lot of parts for this truck right here, so we'll probably get started on it when we get done with this truck and the El Camino. We got some stuff for the 46, quite a bit of parts for the 46 here, and I don't know if we can get it back in the shop. That would be, I would like to get, I need to make the radiator support mounts for it, and work up my mounts for my clutch and brake pedal, and then this body can come off this frame and get it cleaned up and painted, and then rebuild the suspension on it. So I'd like to get something done with it. But yeah, the shop kind of exploded on me, and to get some stuff moved around in here so that I can get back in here and work. So y'all stay tuned, and I'll show you more.